Did you know that your subconscious mind is always active even when you're asleep? Yes, that's right. This fascinating concept of the subconscious mind is a testament to the incredible power of our brains. It's like a tireless machine, constantly working, even when we are not consciously thinking. Imagine it as a vast ocean, where the surface represents our conscious mind, and the depth beneath, the subconscious. It's in this deep, continuous activity that our desires, dreams, and memories reside, influencing our behavior, our emotions, and even our decision-making process. Have you ever had a moment where an idea or a solution just popped into your mind out of nowhere? That's your subconscious mind at work, processing information, making connections, and offering solutions when you least expect. So next time you wake up with a solution to a problem, you know who to thank: your tireless subconscious mind. Ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you're there? Blame the doorway effect. This intriguing psychological phenomenon is all about how stepping through a doorway, whether entering or exiting, can cause us to forget. It's as if our brains hit a reset button, erasing the thoughts we had just moments before. So why does this happen? Well, some theories suggest that doorways serve as event boundaries in our mind's narrative. They represent a transition from one episode of our lives to another. When you cross this boundary, your brain compartmentalizes the thoughts you had in the previous room, making it harder to access them in the new setting. Others suggest that it's simply a matter of our brains trying to manage the flood of information we encounter daily. By hitting that reset button, our minds are making space for new, relevant information. Isn't it amusing how our brain decides to hit the reset button just because we walked through a door? Ever heard about something for the first time and then start noticing it everywhere? That's the BAADER-MEINHOF phenomenon at work. This intriguing psychological effect is also known as the frequency illusion. It's a cognitive bias that makes us believe that recently learned information is suddenly popping up all around us. It's as though the universe is conspiring to bombard us with reminders of this fresh knowledge. But don't worry, there's no grand cosmic scheme at play here. The BAADER-MEINHOF phenomenon is all about how our brains process information. You see, our minds are constantly bombarded with an overwhelming amount of sensory data. To cope, our brains have to decide what's important and what's not. This is where selective attention comes in. Once we learn something new or find something interesting, our brains flag it as important. As a result, we become more attuned to spotting this information in our surroundings. It's not that these things are suddenly appearing more frequently, it's just that we're noticing them more. But there's another layer to the BAADER-MEINHOF phenomenon, and that's confirmation bias. This is the tendency to search for, interpret, and remember information in a way that confirms our preconceptions. So, not only are we noticing the new information more, but we're also actively looking for it, and each sighting reinforces our belief that it's suddenly everywhere. So, let's say you just learned about a rare type of bird. Suddenly, you spot it in a documentary, hear it mentioned in a conversation, and see a picture of it online. It's not that this bird is suddenly everywhere, it's that you're noticing it more and looking for it, thanks to the BAADER-MEINHOF phenomenon. But remember, this doesn't just apply to birds or other new bits of trivia. It can also influence how we perceive trends, ideas, or even people. Our brains are always seeking patterns, and sometimes they can trick us into seeing ones that aren't really there. So, the next time you start seeing that new word or car model everywhere, remember, it's not magic, it's just your brain playing tricks on you. Did you know that a sugar pill can sometimes work as well as a medication if the person taking it believes it will help them? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the power of the placebo effect, a phenomenon that has intrigued scientists and psychologists for decades. At its core, the placebo effect is a testament to the power of belief. It's all about how our mental and emotional state can significantly influence our physical health. Let's take a moment to appreciate this. Our mind can convince our body that a fake treatment, something with no therapeutic value like a sugar pill, is real medicine, and our body will respond as if it's receiving actual medication. This might sound like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's a scientifically proven fact. Numerous studies have shown that patients who believe they are receiving treatment often experience a noticeable improvement in their condition. This is not because the placebo has any inherent healing properties, but because the patient's belief in the treatment triggers their body's natural self-healing abilities. But how does this work? Well, when we believe that we're receiving medication, our brain releases chemicals like endorphins, which are natural painkillers. Moreover, the anticipation of relief can also cause our body to respond positively. This is why a patient's symptoms can improve even when they're given a treatment that's essentially all in their head. Of course, this doesn't mean that we can simply wish away serious illnesses. Medical treatments are necessary and irreplaceable. But the placebo effect does underline the importance of our mindset when it comes to health and healing. It reminds us that our beliefs, expectations, and attitudes can play a significant role in our well-being. In essence, the placebo effect is a powerful demonstration of the mind-body connection. It's a vivid example of how our mental state can have tangible physical effects. It's astounding to think how the power of belief can literally trick our body into healing itself. Ever wondered why you feel calm in a blue room and energized in a red one? The answer lies in color psychology. Dive into the world of colors, and you'll find they're more than just pleasing to the eye. Colors can influence our emotions, behaviors, and even decisions in subtle yet fascinating ways. Let's delve into this colorful realm. Each color has its own unique vibe. Picture a serene blue sky or a tranquil turquoise sea. Blue is often linked with calmness and stability. It's no surprise that many people choose blue as their favorite color. Now imagine a roaring fire or a vibrant sunset. Red tends to stir up feelings of passion, excitement, and urgency. That's why you'll often spot it in clearance sales and stop signs. Yellow, the color of sunshine, radiates warmth and happiness. It's uplifting and can stimulate mental activity. Then there's green, a color that brings to mind nature and tranquility, but it's also associated with growth and renewal, making it a popular choice in branding. Speaking of branding, ever noticed how certain colors dominate specific industries? Fast food joints love to use red and yellow to grab attention and stimulate appetite. Luxury brands often opt for black to convey elegance and sophistication. Tech companies lean towards blue, evoking trust and reliability. This is no random choice, but a strategic use of color psychology in marketing. Color psychology also plays a role in our personal spaces. The colors we choose for our rooms can set the tone for our mood. A green room might promote relaxation and creativity, while a red one might fuel energy and enthusiasm. However, it's important to remember that personal experiences and cultural differences can influence how we perceive colors. So, while color psychology provides general guidelines, the impact of colors on mood and behavior can vary from person to person. So, the next time you're deciding on a color for your room, remember, you're not just choosing a color, you're setting a mood. Ever had that eerie feeling that you've experienced a situation before? That's déjà vu for you. Déjà vu, a French term that translates to already seen. It's that uncanny sensation where you feel like you're reliving a moment, even if you're experiencing it for the first time. It's a psychological mystery that has intrigued scientists, philosophers, and the everyday person for centuries. In the quest to unravel this mystery, various theories have been proposed. Some attribute déjà vu to simple memory glitches. It's like your brain stutters for a second, creating an illusion of familiarity where none should exist. Imagine this. You walk into a room for the first time, but something about it sparks a sense of recognition. It's as if you've been in that room before, but in reality, it's just your brain misfiring, causing a slight hiccup in the memory processing system. Another theory suggests that déjà vu is a result of the brain's attempt to make sense of similar patterns or characteristics in different events. For instance, you might be in a new city, but the layout of the streets or the architecture of the buildings might resemble a place you've been before. Your brain recognizes these similarities, triggering that eerie sense of déjà vu. However, it's important to remember that these are just theories. Despite the numerous studies conducted, the true nature of déjà vu remains largely elusive. It's a testament to the complexity of the human mind and how much we still have to learn about its inner workings. So the next time you experience déjà vu, don't freak out or question your sanity. Just remember, it's your brain doing a bit of time travel, taking you on a brief trip down memory lane, even if it's a path you've never walked before. So, when you next experience déjà vu, remember, it's just your brain doing some time travel.